ICE protests underway across the country and here at home. The message from Marylanders, Virginians, and D.C. residents after an ICE agent fatally shot a woman in Minneapolis. Heat lamp, heavy flames, massive damage done at one Montgomery County home after somebody escaped a fire overnight. How many first responders rushed there to douse those flames? D.C. crime drop. Just how the city fared in 2025 when it comes to violent crime, and who's getting credit?
And it's been quite a blustery afternoon, as you well know if you stepped outside for any length of time. When will the winds abate, and what can we expect for temperatures overnight? Coming up.
Plus, we're following the money, the cash you might be sitting on right now. We've got tips and tricks to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. New tonight, intense flames gutted one home in Montgomery County overnight in Spencerville. Check out this video. Fire crews said that they rushed to Phillips Oak Drive around 12:40 a.m. Part of the home had already partially collapsed by that time, and we're told more than 50 firefighters worked on scene. Crews say that a chicken coop heat lamp under the back deck had likely caused the fire. Good news, one person inside the home at the time escaped to a neighbor's house. Damages are estimated around $1 million. A man was hospitalized in D.C. after crashing into a retaining wall this afternoon. Take a look at this. D.C. Fire says that one car crashed and happened at Northeast at 34th Street on Benning Road around noon. Two men were reportedly inside of the SUV. One of them was trapped and sent to the hospital with serious injuries. The other man is expected to be all right, and he opted not to go to the hospital. Still no word what led up to the crash. And happening now across the country and the DMV, protesters against ICE agents are speaking out after the fatal shooting this week of Renee Good in Minneapolis.
We wanted people to know that it's not just this one person. It's been going on for a year, and people are dying in custody of unknown causes. What does that mean? We need accountability. We need justice for these people.
And on that shooting in Minneapolis, the Department of Homeland Security claims that the ICE agent who shot Good acted in self-defense after she was trying to hit the officer with her SUV. Video appears to show Good turning away from the officer just before shots ring out after she reportedly blocked the roadway near ICE agents. In the district, a rally was held right outside of the ICE headquarters, calling for ICE to leave the community and to take accountability. Meantime, in Leesburg, in Northern Virginia, a candlelit dinner was just held to remember Renee Nicole Good. Our Dave Laval was there. Dave, can you tell us what people had to say there?
Well, what we can tell you right now is that it's pretty quiet, pretty empty here at the courtyard at Leesburg Town Hall. Just a few minutes ago, you had about at least 200 people who gathered to show their support for Renee Good. They heard speeches from various elected representatives, including this area's member of Congress, who has now called for the resignation of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
ICE now has a military budget at this point, more than most militaries in the world. And so we have to do more when it comes to oversight over ICE. And the response by the administration to basically turn a blind eye to this at best and really cover up for this and not do a full investigation is just as concerning, because that means this could happen again.
And the congressman has introduced legislation that would require ICE to be more transparent. We'll have a full recap of today's demonstrations in our late night newscast. We're live in Leesburg, Virginia. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Dave, and certainly we will continue to cover this and what unfolded today here at home. Let's get right over to meteorologist Scott Sumner. He is standing by with a look on the forecast. Scott, you predicted it. Those wind gusts were going to be blustery today, and they certainly came to fruition.
Absolutely, Ben. Take a look at some of the numbers here this afternoon put up by the National Weather Service, D.C. and around George Washington University, 50 mile an hour. So that's about 10 miles an hour greater than I thought. Cabin John also, that same number. Hagerstown 46, Dulles 46, Martinsburg in West Virginia coming in at 49-mile-an-hour wind speeds, peak gusts here. So I'll have some more to show later. Right now, with those winds and those temperatures cooling off, the actual thermometer reading is 38 degrees, but with that wind, it feels 10 degrees colder, sitting at 28 degrees here in D.C. at this particular moment in time. So yes, it is bundle up weather, that is for sure. And right now, our wind gusts in D.C. 31 miles an hour, 41 at Leesburg, 33 at Frederick, 26 at Manassas, 30 at Luray, 46 at Kaiser, and 38 at Martinsburg and Hagerstown. Satellite radar shows, yeah, a Gold Cup to a little wet weather by mid-afternoon, so the timing was pretty good. I did say this front was going to be moving on through. It did, and it did bring some rain showers, but it also threw in a little mixture of snow driving into work today. It was nice to see a couple little snow showers and snow flurries without having to worry about accumulation. So it'll be a cold and windy evening, dry and breezy Monday, warming up on Wednesday, and a wet weather day on Thursday. We'll break it all down, as I always do, with that full 7-day forecast coming up. Ben?
All right, Scott, looking forward to it. D.C.'s top prosecutor says the district is seeing a transformative drop in crime, calling it a turning point in the nation's capital. This comes after D.C. ended 2025 with nearly 30% decrease in violent crimes. D.C. News Now's Marielle Carbone reports federal officials say it's the surge of federal officers that are to blame.
Federal officials say a recent federal surge of law enforcement and National Guard members have had a huge impact on decreasing crime here in the district.
Washington, D.C. is now the safest city in the country.
As the president touts the success of his D.C. Safe and Beautiful plan, which surged federal law enforcement and National Guard members into D.C. in an effort to curb crime, federal officials are honing in on the numbers.
This isn't just rhetoric, it is reality, and it is the federal surge and the subsequent enhanced federal cooperation and enhancement that has made the dramatic change for the people in this district.
According to data from the Metropolitan Police Department, homicides dropped 32% in 2025, a near identical drop from the year prior. Compare that to the roughly 4.5-month period of the federal surge, where U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro says homicides dropped by 60%.
It's like a brick wall. Crime doesn't just stop because criminals decide they're not going to commit it anymore. They don't commit crimes because there are people on the street and they're afraid to commit crimes.
The decrease in crime comes amid accusations D.C.'s former police chief, Pamela Smith, pressured officers to charge crimes as lesser offenses.
Crime is down more than we even thought because crime was really higher than they were actually reporting.
It's an accusation Mayor Muriel Bowser has disputed.
And I don't think anybody has demonstrated that the police chief directed anybody to change numbers.
Moving forward, Pirro says the tough on crime stance will continue.
We're building on the momentum from 2025.
And I did ask Pirro what she thinks of D.C.'s new interim police chief, Jeffrey Carroll. She says she thinks he's great and she likes working with him. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Marielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Our thanks to Marielle. The drop in crime comes as D.C.'s Mayor Bowser swore in Jeffrey Carroll as interim police chief. Carroll was appointed D.C.'s top cop when Chief Pamela Smith announced her resignation last month. Carroll has been with the department for more than 2 decades, and he says that he will continue MPD's policy of community-based policing. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says that he wants to increase funding for law enforcement in next year's state budget. It's Prince George's County's executive who's applauding that effort to put $124 million into next year's spending plan. County Executive Aisha Braveboy says the money could help area police departments build their staffing levels. She says some have been considered dangerously low.
But we need the state to support us in all of those efforts. And so the support that the governor is giving us is critical to help, number one, recruit the officers who we need and also retain good officers among our ranks.
Both the governor and the county executive say despite a shortage of officers, they have seen a drop in crime. Homicides are reportedly down 44% since Governor Moore came into office. In Prince George's County, a 39% drop in shootings. Well, that sound means, of course, D.C. News Now is your local election headquarters, and Virginia State Senator Adam Ebbin is resigning from his post representing Alexandria residents, and that's in order to join Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger's administration. There will now be a special election, but no date has been set. Eben will serve as senior advisor at the Virginia Cannabis Control Authority. His last day as state senator will be February the 18th. Comes as there are already 2 special elections this month to fill seats from Northern Virginia in the state legislature. Well, happening now, there's an opportunity to save somebody's life and maybe score a trip to the Super Bowl. The Red Cross is teaming up with the NFL to drive up the number of blood donors. Our Yamari Sase tells us about how the recent need for blood donations kicked off this chance to win big.
Well, from now until January 25th, donating blood could mean not only saving a life, but also winning big. The American Red Cross says it's time for donors to step off the sideline with a chance to win a Super Bowl experience of a lifetime. January is National Blood Donor Month, a time when blood supply typically drops.
I just know it's a really easy, vital way to save lives.
Emily Leatherer is a regular blood donor, but this visit was a little different. For the first time, she brought along her daughter, and with this donation, they're also entered for a chance to win Super Bowl tickets.
That's pretty exciting. I mean, I would love to go. I wish the Commanders are there, but I definitely enjoy watching the Super Bowl every year, so that would be amazing.
The American Red Cross is partnering with the NFL, offering donors a chance to win game and pregame access to the Super Bowl in San Francisco, including round-trip flights, hotel stays, and a $1,000 gift card.
I think my husband would be thrilled.
But beyond the excitement, the need is real. The Red Cross says while the blood supply is currently stable, they're getting close to a shortage.
Donations do go down during this time of year. In addition, with with winter illnesses, there can be a shortage.
And while Super Bowl tickets are on the line, the Red Cross says the campaign is about more than just football. It's about making sure life-saving blood is available when patients need it most.
You never know when one could be a family member, a colleague, a friend, or yourself who may be in need of a blood transfusion, and we need to keep the blood supply as full as possible.
Right now, they are looking for type O, A negative, and B negative blood donors. If you'd like to donate or want to win a chance to go to the Super Bowl, you can visit our website, dcnewsnow.com, for the link. Now reporting in Northwest DC, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Yamari. Now is the time to start making reservations for DC's Winter Restaurant Week. Starting later this month, offers are for 3-course meals. They'll start at $25, go up to $65. The event is running from January the 19th through the 25th, and you can find a full list of restaurants at dcnewsnow.com. Just search Restaurant Week. Dinner time after all, right? Coming up, stretching your dollar, how to use your health savings accounts to your advantage. And could traffic cameras all over DC be a thing of the past? Who wants to scrub cameras from city streets and why? Stick around.